Well, I haven't seen that happen for a while. The barley went underground. Okay, let's put this over here. Unload it. That looks better. Okay. Now that was definitely a thing early Farm Sim 22, but I wasn't aware it was a problem with Farm Sim 19. So what have we got here? Canola, oilseed, okay. Whoops. Strap that back on, we'll go grab the barley, stick that on the trailer. Put that there, strap it down, and load up the canola. Again, I'm not sure I've underbought canola, because we have 4 fields to plant, and they're not entirely small. I mean, that said, 2's not entirely small, and 1's a fair size. I guess we shall see as we let this thing loose over there. Okay. How's about... Oops. What are you doing? You are... What are you doing? Where are we? Why aren't we? Oh, that's part of our field. Okay. That's lowered. We shall emerge from the hedge. So we have mostly got this field, the easy bits of this field done. I guess we'll go and get that bit too. How does that look? That's a narrow strip. Okay. So raise the cultivator up. We'll run this block. Oh, that was surprising. Get that bit. So I just have that band across the end there, and then the top end of this field, which the worker's probably going to get into trouble with. But for right away, I think if I just get that approximately online and go worker. Magic. Okay, he's good. He's full. And the engine's not on. So 4,200 litres of canola seed, hoping that lasts us the fields we've already cultivated today. And then I don't need to take the Land Rover anywhere. Now, as I was saying, not in any particular rush to get the canola finished. Although what I don't want is to have to seed canola over multiple days. 1,800 wage payment, good grief. I have a lot of workers running, I guess. However, because of the way our fields are set up, I kind of want to start planting in the field that the class is currently cultivating. And the reason for that is plant furthest away, and as we come through we're not having to drive over fields we just finished planting. Now technically there is a farm track to our left there that runs all the way up the side of this field, so I could plant this field and then basically plant them in the same sequence as we've cultivated them. But normally I prefer to plant the furthest field and then come back and come back and seed them this way. So I'll position this in this field at the top here. Oh, telephone pole. Oh, we could get back to sunflower plant harvesting. Just noticed our fields have dried out. You're still doing your thing. Why is you there? Dude, that is not your job. Seriously. Oh look, you've crashed into a tree. I thought I saw something in the corner of this field here. I was thinking, what the heck are you doing there? So we have added a little bit of nitrogen to this field. Actually, this is looking all sorts of confusing at the moment, I think. Anyway, let me take this through the hedge. And yeah, it looks like there is cross-contamination between those two fields. Our cultivator has cultivated some portion of this field, which is bad. As a matter of interest, how is the contract going? And we're only halfway. Good grief. And the problem with this edge is if I set this on a worker, it wouldn't get very far before it decided to turn around and go back. So this is all manual, unfortunately. Come on. Quit hitting the trees. There we go. So I'll do what I can here. Pretty much think I'm going to have to complete this field manually. Ooh, turn off. Okay, that got mostly done. Actually, that looks like it got all done. Mostly. 56%, yay. Ew. Yeah, it's... This would be a lot better covered with a solid fertilizer spreader, I think. Well, the nice thing is once we're done here, assuming we get done here, I've only got 600 litres left and 38% to cover. I can park this on this farm track and follow the cultivator home when we're done cultivating the field that's directly in front of us at the moment. to zoom out a little bit. So I did discover I was mistaken. Wild Giants did add this sprayer, and the one that attaches directly to the tractor with the tank at the front as mods late in the life of, more recently than FarmSim 22 came out. There was an update to both of them, so I thought, oh, maybe they did the spot and spray edition. They didn't. So the only fertilizer that has spot and spray is the John Deere one. So although they did give us the Kverneland ones, and they were modded almost immediately after precision farming came out, they do not have spot and spray, which is a little sad. It would be nice to have more options than just the John Deere. Looks like, okay, the Axion's doing the Axion thing. Who's doing work? You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. You can go back to the farm. And we can drop the barley in the seed shed. We'll keep the oil seed radish. I might load, if we've got other oil seed radish bags in the seed shed, we'll probably load those onto the back of this. Oh, I was gonna have to move that trailer, and I don't have a tractor up here to do it with. Okay, we are here. So barley in the gap. Grass. Don't need grass. Canola, clover, oilseed radish. Yeah, that's good stuff. Who put the pole there? And we'll put that up. What's this stuff? Rye. Oh, right. Okay, actually I'm going to turn that off there. We don't need it right now. And as I was saying, the ground's dried out. So, worker? Yes, go. I can get that started. Somebody else is having issues. Who's having issues? You're not doing anything. You are having issues, okay. Back off a little. Gets me a little bit more room to manoeuvre. Drop the thing. So I think we're going to get the cultivating done in this field and the other field. And then I can let us back on a worker for field 22-ish. So yeah, problem with this field, 24, 28 are just a little bit too close together, and there's no impediment to prevent tractors running between them. So for this size of equipment, I can be running through the edge of this field and still have the cultivator on the ground in field 28, which has resulted in us ripping up crop in that field, which technically we shouldn't be allowed to do. Okay, so our sprayer's empty. Marvellous. And I'm probably 85% complete or something stupid like that. going to do is finish the cultivating. I'll go into 25, do that one as well. I'm not going to set the seeder off because that will attempt to seed canola in 28 in spite of the fact we don't own it. So you have to do a headland, which then gives you a very difficult field to work with. So I'm pretty much going to have to do that one completely. How's the sunflowers? Already 60% full. Now the problem is the case is attached to the Barley trailer, which is just under 2 full harvester tanks. So there's always going to be a little bit left that we can't unload. The Dan gravel takes 2 full plus a partial, so again, not entirely ideal. But I think the harvest has come on. We're very close to the end of harvest, so that's not too bad of a thing. Okay, I think what we'll do is, again, we're going to run headland here, at least along the top, so we don't end up wandering into field 28. Now the sprayer's issue is because we own all of the field surrounding, it's just going to say, hey, I can keep going because you own this. Helper F is nearly full. Good. That's the nice thing about that harvester. It's got a bigger grain tank. I mean, we added 50% to the grain tank, upgrading that model, and with the Helianthus header, it does run very fast. It doesn't take long to fill that thing up at all. Okay, as soon as I get across the top here, I'll be able to set this off on a worker and pretty much leave him be until the field's almost done. So that around there, and you know what, just go. You are empty, not fussed about that. You are pointing in the right direction. Nice. Where are you? Just up the way. So we're now at the point we're running, what was it, up and down and up again. So one tank from the harvester gets us about 2 rows, just over 2 rows on this field. But, we're going to have to run back to the yard and empty this now, which is a shame. I can't, unfortunately we don't have multiple hitches that I could run 2 or 3 of these carts. Then again, this tractor wouldn't be able to cope with it. And this does take a while to unload. A long while to unload. So the only downside to this particular harvester is its unload rate is horrible slow. There's probably a setting you could mess with in the XML that would boost the unload speed. But there we go, we're full. How do I get out of here? I cheat. Of course, I could grab the 800 and then we could have two tractors carting. I kind of think we're okay now. There's not a lot of sunflowers to harvest, so it's only going to be a couple more, he says, looking in the field and saying, oh my goodness, there's loads. Yeah. But the damn gravel trailer I really need on either the Class 900 or the Challenger to be comfortable. And I'm going this way because while the hill I believe is a little bit steeper, it's a lot shorter. Oh, Land Rover's in the way. Shucks. Yeah, it's just this little rise here that drains us of speed. Just through there instead. Okay, which way rounds the damn gravel? It is facing out. Okay. Thinking for right now, I'll put that on the grass at the front. Looks like harvest is nearly full. And that's the nice thing with sunflowers. They are a low density, high value crop, so it does take a little bit longer to fill up the harvester. But it still takes less time to fill the harvester up than it takes us to run to the yard and back. Now, if I owned Oak Glen Farm, we would have access to their silo. I think technically we do have access to their silo because when we look at the crop price screen, it does show us with storage of 2 million. 1 million of that is the multi-fruit extender that we put on the main yard's farm, but there's then 500,000 litres of silo space at both Oak Glen and Oakfield. So technically I can use Oak Glen. Realistically, I would purchase the farm before I started unloading my grains there, but it would allow me a quicker turnaround. I could just empty the sunflowers into this tipper and then just run across the road to Oak Glen and come back again. Don't know how much Oak Glen costs. That's an interesting question. Never really investigated that. Lands. Oak Glen Farm is 122,000. We could actually buy it. Then I could put all my sunflowers there. It would make staging for sale easier as well, because I can then load crops in at Oak Glen. I could spend a day moving them down there, And then when it comes to selling crops for best price, I'll be closest to the store. Sadly, I can't stage sheep down there because that's probably the most annoying sale I have to run is, 300 sheep back to, actually we're at 750 sheep normally, but shipping 750 sheep, 50 sheep at a time to the animal dealer from where the sheep fields are is an absolute pain. Okay, we are back. So put that there. I'll turn that off. The worker will go. You're good, you're sitting there, you're waiting for stuff, you're doing that, and you need to be filled up. So let's do that, shall we? Should I go out there? Yeah. Oh, I wasn't paying attention when I came through here. 16%. So yeah, two ways off this field. One is the farm track down to the main road there. Actually, the other one's further. Stuff it. We'll go south. Actually, that looks interesting. Oh, that's our sunflower field. Trying to figure out the quickest way to the store. Oops. So this nice little track here, which takes us to the lane just east of Oak Glen, and that road has a better angle towards the store, so probably a slightly shorter route. And off we go. Really wasting use on the 800. That could be doing something useful. Anyway, how's the sunflowers coming on? Fine. Not worryingly full. We are doing the cultivating. I still need to get back to the seeding, but that's going to be a manual task for the field we're in. We've got 14% fertilizer to finish. Again, another manual task because of what the workers left us to do. So there's kind of a lot of things that's going to take manual oversight. Now that's one thing I was thinking. The problem with Calmsden Farm is the what is it? The silo there. I'm not sure workers can do that silo. Uh, 486. Oh wow. If it's 486, we can actually take 2 tanks. Because we have a capacity for 4,600, so that'll put us at 4476. 4486. Hey, I can't count. Math is hard. So sunflowers are green. So we're just over 50%. Oh, quick, beat the car. Not that I have to. That car's going up to the animal dealer, so not really a worry for me.